Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you!
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Mentally Gone Reacts. My name is Hailee Steinfeld.
And my name is...
And my name is also...
I'm Spider-Man.
And I'm Spider-Man, because just like in the last movie, we're all...
Spider-Man.
We're all Spider-Man.
Because anyone can wear the mask.
Yeah.
So I'm no longer Gabriella Lopes, which is my official birth name, and now I go by Spider-Man.
And I have retired my government name, Hailee Lacerda, to Spider-Man as well.
Sounds
and
good.
We hope that everybody watching is also a Spider-Man or woman or spider person.
Or
right?
pig.
Or spider pig.
Or spider... I forgot how many other ones there were.
Or an actual spider, you know? Like some spider that just lives alone in an apartment and just clicks on the controller and then watches our content.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you maybe, possibly, probably, hopefully.
You guys probably have a spider in your house watching this
yeah,
with you.
Definitely, like right on your, like right behind you, right now. Like as you're watching this, there's a spider right on your shoulder, and you should check on it. And then people like start going out crazy. But on a more serious note, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was the first movie we've ever reacted to on this channel.
Yeah.
And it's what really kickstarted this journey, because once we did it that one time, we just realized that, holy moly, like this is fun. Like this is fun to do. Like it's a whole experience. And then after the fact, we get to just talk about it.
Yeah.
And then just like dive in like even deeper and just analyze art, you know, as it's supposed to be analyzed, because every form of art is open to interpretation.
Which, by the way, that was one of my favorite movies I've ever seen.
I got so emotional, by the way. So if you guys haven't seen our reaction to the first movie, we obviously highly recommend you guys checking that one out first. But I got super emotional.
Yeah.
And it was the first time, really, that I just got so vulnerable. I just like
cried on
this
camera
like outburst.
like that.
Cried on camera. Yeah, just got super vulnerable, super emotional. And it just struck a chord with me. So I'm very excited to see where this one heads on to. It left us with a cliffhanger, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. We watched it back in April of this year. It ended with Miles. Well, the first one was obviously a coming of age story. It's teaching us how Miles Morales became his own legend, and it was the book of Miles Morales, if you will. And it also showed us how the other Peter Parkers kind of like lived and what they did. And so it ended with Miles Morales kind of laying in his bed, and then something happens where it felt like it was like a portal opened, and then the girl...
Gwen
is her name, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think her name is Gwen too, and then she calls out to him, and then it ends, and then I think in the post-credits scene, there was like a mysterious... kind of like larger looking Spider-Man-esque figure. I don't know if that's a form of a Spider-Man. I don't know. But it ended with that.
The details will come back to us as we watch, for sure.
So I'm just excited to jump right in.
Me too.
Have anything else to say before we do?
No.
Okay.
I'm just excited. Oh, I was going to say that the animation for this movie, and I'm guessing for this movie, because I mean the last one, is just so... well done.
Oh yeah, it's unlike
Probably
anything I've ever seen.
Animation.
Yeah.
Well, one of the best animations I've ever seen.
Yeah, to me it was unlike anything I've ever seen in terms of just watching something. Like I've never seen an animation in that comic book kind of like choppy but also very flowy and fluid style.
Yeah.
It was so mesmerizing to look at it and just so beautiful. So hopefully this one is even more beautiful because it's the sequel. And before we jump in, I just want to quickly thank, all of the patrons on Patreon who have been supporting us, who have been helping us build a little community on that little corner of the internet. We post all of our full reactions, full, uncut, unfiltered reactions on there. Videos range usually between like 3 to 5 hours long, and it's just a full thing. So you get to see the full reaction to every scene, every part. And to those people, much love and much appreciation. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yes.
Oh, I was like, I don't hear anything.
Very excited for this one.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh.
It's like glitching out. Oh shoot! Look.
Oh my gosh.
I think it happened in the first movie too.
Yeah.
I think I pointed it out.
This is so cool.
The soundtrack sounds so ethereal and just so kind of like psychedelic, if you will. And we'll also be taking notes as usual.
Yeah.
And we'll be discussing everything after. Pascal Pictures presents.
Wow, there's so many different
I
like
know. Yeah, like intro things. And it's so glitchy, man.
Do things differently this time.
Okay.
Like, so differently. He was bitten by a radioactive spider. He's not the only one. He hasn't always had it easy.
Oh, that part was so sad.
I know, that one got me choked up.
Look at her rocking
She's
out.
killing it on the drums.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah, he's the only Spider-Man now. I forgot about that. The first Spider-Man perished.
Not under the rest, but I didn't want to hurt him, but I did. And he's not the only one. Hey, yo, that's Leopard.
She's just taking her anger out on the drums. Earth 65.
Peter.
Hey, I think you look great. I don't know.
Is this that dangerous menace?
Oh, no. She seems like a good guy.
Why wear a mask if you've got nothing to hide? Huh?
All right, no politics at the dinner.
Oh, Peter in this one isn't Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's Peter, quote unquote.
Wow, look at this.
Okay, man. How many timelines, right?
Hey,
Until it was too late.
Love the soundtrack to these movies. The first one had an impeccable soundtrack. Amazing. Oh, shoot. What the heck is that?
What is that thing?
It's like a werewolf, but it's an alligator wolf or an alligator man.
Oh, look. No.
Oh, because he drank that tube thing. The green thing.
Oh, shoot.
Just wanted to be special. Damn.
Don't go.
Oh my god.
What?
I just got full body chills and we're what? A few minutes in?
And who was he to her?
He was her boyfriend, it showed.
Oh, boyfriend.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, thought it was like her brother.
Well, I'm assuming it's a boyfriend, right?
Peter Parker ate at my table. He was my daughter's best friend.
Oh, that's her father,
Till I find this Spider-Woman.
I think, right?
Oh, shoot. So he's like Miles's dad, who they think that Spider-Man is.
Exactly.
Or Spider-Woman in his case.
In her case.
Yeah. Well, for him, I mean.
Your friend.
You don't know that.
What do you mean I don't know that? I do know that. You know, I was there. She ran from the scene.
Maybe she didn't have a choice.
I got a job to do, Gwen.
It won't bring him back.
And her room is all blue.
Yeah, I wrote that down, that there's like a blue light constantly being shone on her.
Right.
4920 on scene. We're gonna need all the help we can get. It's a real mess down here.
Aw. Look at Miles' face. I love Miles, man. He's goated to me. Definitely goated.
I like that it's kind of starting with her backstory.
Yeah, it's kind of giving her legend now. It's like letting us understand her story.
Yeah.
And we forgot to point out, but we're wearing red for this occasion.
I
We
wanted
completely
to
forgot.
match Miles,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We are Spider-Man.
Spider-Man suit.
Hey, it's New York. Everyone's got their thing.
Oh my god.
Whoa, Italian.
Irish cop.
And we just watched The Godfather Part 2 on the channel.
Hey!
Yep, we got our sign.
How's the manhunt for me going?
Even the voice you saw.
Yeah,
How's the man one
She has
going?
to mask it because her dad would know.
Yeah. Vulture.
Isn't that?
You're glitching. In there.
Where you from, bud?
I am an artist, an engineer.
Oh, great. A Renaissance man.
Oh, he's kind of like...
he's from a different universe.
Yeah. I was about to say Da Vinci. I swear to God, guys, I lowered the volume. Look behind us.
Yeah.
There's like a Da Vinci right there. Oh my God, dude. Look at that, man.
Oh, no.
Is it Miles? Oh, what the hell?
This is the guy that we saw during the end credit scenes, the post credit scenes in the last one, with the same sound. No, is this the same sound?
I'll take it from here.
Knock yourself out.
Why are you saying it like that?
That was a cool little intro sound for that
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
It kind of reminds me of the Prowler.
Sorry, Captain. Can't talk right now. Hey.
You want me to handle this one, or?
All right, so he's a good guy, is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, I didn't think I wasn't sure, but I'm assuming that all the Spider-Men are good guys, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Look, there was like a little caption.
Yeah.
Call for backup.
What?
Call for backup.
Come on.
Please just call for.
Yeah, I already called her.
Oh, shoot.
shoot.
Another Spider-Woman. Damn, and she has a motorcycle? That's so badass. A Spider-Man on a motorcycle?
I'm not gonna be good with all the names.
Spider-Person. I keep saying Spider-Man. Sorry, guys. It's just like Spider-Woman. See?
Are you, Oh, this?
Yeah, I was gonna say is she pregnant?
He's really corny. But
She's pregnant? Right? Like, she's so badass, dude. Look at her. She's just pregnant riding a
Oh my
motorcycle
gosh.
through dimensions. Wild, dude. Wild.
All of this for a paper
A paper vulture.
comic, yeah.
is it because she called you Dark Garfield?
No.
Do you say anything but no?
No. Yes.
Yes. No.
You know why?
You know why. No.
He reminds me of Batman a little, like
Yeah.
the short responses.
Bruce, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna think he did it. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Casualties. Casualties. Oh, so many innocent people heard
Oh
that.
my
Oh my
gosh.
god. Oh my god. Oh
Wait,
my god.
she's gonna save her dad?
She has to. Oh, she's channeling. She's like channeling music. Wow. She's gonna spin a web, just like a spider, using sound to capture people and save people. Wow. That's profound, man. That's crazy, actually.
Oh my gosh, I thought that she was gonna go just for her dad.
Yeah.
He would have been like, who are you?
Damn, look at that.
She might still.
Ooh, that's so close.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's a Banksy. Look at it, freaking New Yorkers, bro.
That's what I was.
You almost died, literally. And I just love how people just like stick around after it stops falling, assuming that it's secure. Like, I would be running, dude.
I know, right?
I wouldn't
Why
just
are you
stand there
still
looking at
underneath
it. Yeah, like just looking up, like, oh, thank God I'm safe. So dumb.
Suspect is armed.
With what? I'm out of wax.
You're under arrest.
I just saved a bunch of people.
She might get shot. Oh my God. Full body chills. What's her dad's response? Oh my God. That's crazy, dude.
You have the right to remain silent.
Oh, dude, don't do that, man.
Anything you say can.
Come
Dad,
on.
are you really this afraid of me?
You have the right to
Dad,
an attorney.
stop!
Don't get any closer.
He would shoot his own daughter, dude? Come on. Come on.
Just breathe. We got you. Right, Miguel?
No further anomalies. The cannon remains intact.
Canon? Why does it keep saying canon? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Join the club.
wow, they probably were in similar predicaments.
Yeah, because they're all Spider-Men and
So-
Spider-Women and people and things, you know?
So they're kind of like, what's the word for like, not a vigilante, like someone who just kind of goes rogue? Not rogue. What's the word?
Like an anti-hero? Like someone who's... I don't know what you're trying to say. And you have like these like weird geometric patterns too.
Like flying solo.
Solo?
Yeah, like I don't know the
lone
word.
wolves.
Yeah,
right?
yes, exactly.
Kind of like Batman, just like you said. Sony Pictures. The brilliant so far, and it just started. Crazy.
I like how it shows the comic books for
I
each
know.
person.
And I love the music, man. Unfortunately, on YouTube, we can't play them to the full experience. But on Patreon, we are doing full uncut music. So that's the place to be. Who's that?
What the heck is that?
Kind of looks like Slender Man. What is that?
Give me your money. Where are you, money? Where are
He's like teleporting it through dimensions.
Who left his ATM on this?
Just let me rob you.
Just let me rob you.
There's no reason to bring wood to this. My experience.
Is that an empanada?
Yeah,
I
it is.
want one.
I always get hungry watching these movies.
I know. That's Miles. It has to be.
Does it sound like him?
No, I mean like making the empanada while this
Oh.
is happening.
You think so?
Probably.
War machine.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Beef patty, man.
I love empanadas, dude.
Oh, beef patty. It might be Jamaican. Beef
Jamaican
patty.
because of the accent.
Yeah.
I'm from your past. 1 year ago.
Hold up, but I really gotta wrap
Are
this
you
up.
gonna be a while? Cause I can't.
Oh, I shot it right back at him.
Oh, pineapple.
And he escaped with the ATM.
My name is Miles Morales. I was bitten by a radioactive spider,
Look at the animation, bro. Come on.
catching all sorts of bad guys.
Wow.
Just act like a regular supervillain so I can catch you.
Look at that
He's
thing.
like going through him and stuff.
Maybe in some other universe.
Aww.
Sometimes I just wish I wasn't the only one. I don't dwell on it.
Right? Because he would have had his uncle because they kind of shared, you know.
Yeah.
In a minute. I wrote it all as one word. That's cute, right?
Oh my gosh.
There's
shoot.
bubbles now. Hold on.
All of this is happening and he's supposed to be at like a parent-teacher conference thing.
I think it might be like a college interview
No, I think it's probably okay.
because his mom said something about college. Maybe, I don't know.
I think the comments to us said that he's like pretty young.
Oh,
Like
is
I
he?
don't even know if he's in high school. Well, no, I don't know. I
I
don't
think he's in high school.
I don't remember.
Unbelievable. Come back to your nemesis.
Huh?
Don't escape.
I'm still very confused, but very entertained.
Yo, what's up, man?
I'm writing an essay.
Oh, he
On
talks.
the roof of the Peterson building. Can you call it?
And he knows about him because remember?
He's playing the Spider-Man game that we started playing on our gaming channel.
Oh shit.
He's playing on a PS5.
Whatever he's doing instead of being here. Can't have your cake and eat it too.
She baked 2 cakes.
Miles' interest in comedy.
See, college.
Oh, so that's preparation. Okay.
Look, I gotta get back to being a great student, so can we make this quick?
His mom's like, what? The tenacity. We've been waiting.
Your art,
He takes after his uncle.
A- in English.
She's a tough grader.
And a B in Spanish.
I just have a lot going
All right.
on.
We can still salvage this.
I'm sorry, Sal.
They're mad about a B?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Princeton has the best quantum researchers in the country. They're moving electrons across dimensional thresholds.
His dad's just like,
Followed your dream and went out on your own to start a business with Uncle Aaron.
Look, life is a journey.
You all got me into the school because you thought I could do something special.
New Jersey's not that far from Brooklyn.
it's a 40-minute drive.
Did you order the cake for tonight?
Totally, call me. I gotta go. All right,
Call me.
Call me, Ma.
Why am I here?
I know.
Why am I
I'm so
here?
sorry, but we'll figure it out together.
Oh,
Like father, like son, you know?
He's lying to you.
Jeff?
Your son. And I think you know it.
Who is this lady, man? She's like a psychic.
she might be like a guidance counselor.
Yeah, yeah,
so-
she is, but like she's very psychic, it seems.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like they're good at psychoanalyzing.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. What the heck?
My kid goes here. That is your kid.
Look at him, dude. He's pretty badass too, his dad.
What'd you call me? You realize I'm right here.
Oh, he took his dad with. Ooh, his dad isn't superhuman. Uh-oh. crucible.
No. He's gonna
Oh.
jump in there?
And it's gonna close, I bet. Oh, okay, good. Rational.
Oh my gosh.
Rational. Rational decision.
Oh my gosh.
I ran a test on this collider that brought a spider here from another dimension. It escaped, and it bit you.
Oh.
Spider made you Spider-Man. You hit me with a bagel.
Oh, he was one of the scientists.
You created me. I was in this collider room when you blew it up.
No way.
Oh, a casualty. Look at that. Wow.
I made you a hero.
Oh my gosh. Huh.
He kicked himself in the butt. I am your nemesis. This guy's new to being a villain.
Oh, he has a villain arc story though.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one hell of a story.
Hey, you need to be a better role
I'm
model.
trying to.
Hopefully there was no one in that one.
You cancel the crane.
Look at all the damage he causes to the city.
Well, I should probably.
He does these things that are so stupid. I just don't want to do this.
Oh.
Maybe get off the kid's ass.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
I just don't want to lose him. You know?
I say, you gotta let him spread his wings, man. Like this.
Like this. It's so funny his voice. Like
I thought he was gonna jump off from there.
And look, spread his wings.
Yeah.
Hello, Echo. No Echo. Hypothesis. I'm going to put my head in that hole.
That's what that's what he said to her.
He's literally a scientist.
Oh my god, he just wow, look at the
Every
animation.
spot is a different dimension.
He's traveling through time as a 3D space. Do you get it?
Within himself.
Legos,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
What?
But I think I'm becoming a trans-dimensional super being.
So?
I am literally splitting the fabric of space and time. You're acting like weird stuff like this happens to you all the time. Can I have some gum?
What, dude? There's even live action now? I was not expecting that.
Miguel, it's Peter. We got an anomaly.
This is so mind-blowing.
Oh my gosh.
So mind-blowing. Oh, we got some spicy
man.
food. Oh, I'm so hungry right now.
Barbecue burgers.
I've been fasting all day, guys. Congrats to Promo Dad. Oh, I couldn't read it.
Can't you write shorter?
Oh my gosh, he was saying all that to write on the cake.
And she's writing it, you know?
He was almost 10 pounds as a baby. Look at those shoulders.
Oh, no, okay.
Look at those shoulders.
My mom said I had a huge head because I have a huge
I
forehead.
could see your huge head.
Just a couple of knuckleheads running the street.
Oh,
What
just
is that?
let him get to his party, man. Oh, okay.
So to my brother, who we miss every single day. They're making me captain, bro.
Aw.
Take the mic for me. And to my son.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
Oh, I love you, Moms. And I will always be there for you.
We're both almost crying. Anyways, don't cry. Mentally Gone reacts. Oh, God. Ooh, gosh.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. The animation is perfect.
Oh, he had to save people on his way there because it's
Yeah.
his moral duty.
I know.
Disrespected your dad.
Yep.
Missed his
Mm,
beautiful
aw.
toast.
Come on, did you even see the cakes? There's some heartfelt messages on them.
Oh, no.
Proud.
I'm not proud,
I'm
he
not
said.
Wait, he's wearing it underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. And she's about to tear his
Go
clothes
search.
off? First of all, lady, I don't know you like that.
It's not your life. It's mine and your father's and your abuelos, the abuelas, who put you in this spot that I'd give anything
to be in.
All right, whatever.
Wow.
What?
His dad just is agreeing.
Are you seriously?
Yeah, dead serious. You are right. I have no idea what's going on with you. So why don't you tell?
The DJ is like, "Ooh."
DJ to the rescue.
What do you got to tell me so bad?
Imagine,
Oh my gosh.
imagine he says it in front of all these people.
No, he won't.
Imagine. Oh my God. I have a feeling.
You know what? Never mind.
Oh, okay. Close call.
I feel like it has to be a much more like impactful.
2 months.
I'm Spider-Man. Not grounded.
Yeah, like, how can you ground Spider-Man if he's literally always just swinging around? Get it? It's like, how are you going to ground something that is meant to fly?
Look, Gwen.
Yeah, more than a friend if I've ever seen it.
But
That's just not a
people in
friend.
the comments were telling, look, oh wait, never mind, I'll say it later. People in the comments were telling us like, oh, they could just be platonic friends, you know, like.
Maybe. This is how the last movie ended, right?
Yeah, where he
Yeah.
was listening to music.
With the same jersey, I believe. What's the number on the jersey? Is it the same number as the spider? I'm curious.
42.
It is.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Same number as the spider.
As the radioactive spider.
Yep, this is where it dropped off.
Oh shoot.
How did you get?
She's just traveling now.
Look, that's supposed to be like an ASAP Rocky poster in the back.
Is it?
Yeah, looks like it.
You grew, huh? Had a little growth spurt?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what she said.
It's
Ah.
gotten pinker.
Is this the room you grew up in?
It is. But
Whoa, pause. Pause, guys. Pause.
Collectible. Oh, I used to have this one. Wait, why is it still in the package?
That's a collectible.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands of dollars just out the window.
He's like, that's fine.
Spider-Man grounded?
See?
I mean,
How could he say no? This girl.
Oh, yeah? Let's see then. Let's go.
Oh.
They're gonna have a web competition.
Anyway, listen, there are
Aw.
certain about where I go, right? I really would have come to see you sooner.
right. So why'd you come now?
Oh, that's so disgusting, bro.
Ew.
In public transport, that kid is gonna get 100 diseases, man. Oh my God.
No, that builds immunity.
True. It's one or the other is gonna happen.
Red X, FedEx.
Red X, yeah.
I mean, my parents. I mean, maybe if I told them.
Don't. Trust me on that.
She shouldn't say that.
You gotta just live a lonely road.
I would like to think his parents wouldn't have the same reaction. Because it seems like Spider-Man, like the dad sees Spider-Man as a good guy.
True. True, yeah.
In every other universe, Gwen Stacy falls for Spider-Man. It doesn't end well.
Aww.
So, why does she keep thinking that everything is always going to be exactly the same?
Look at this shot. Oh, look at the lean on the shoulder. Look at them just stealing food.
Oh, this looks so good. Ooh.
Oh, I love that. Fried banana. Let's go.
No, fried plantain.
Look at the mom being jealous. Look at the jealous mom. Oh, that's so
I guess
funny.
jealousy runs in the family.
Hello. Hi.
Oh boy.
I'm Miles' mom.
Rio, hi! I've heard so much about you.
You're using my first name. Okay. This is nice.
We went through this like similar thing. It's so funny.
Don't break his heart.
Shoot, I have to go.
Really?
It's so crazy.
I forgot to get my steps in.
Oh man.
Really wish I could stay longer.
I forgot to get my steps in. It's like a Fitbit watch.
Yeah, it's like an Apple Watch.
Yeah, bye.
Uh-oh, Mom is not liking this.
Mama Bear does not like it.
Mom is like, this is why my son can't focus.
Yeah, you're gonna deter him off the path.
Look at them just looking at him like, well, they probably feel sad too. They're good parents.
They're not even gonna comfort him. A good parent would have comforted him, I think.
I'm
Pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry I was late.
Ugh.
And she knows because a mother always knows, you know, like she has that motherly sense. She knows he's hiding something still.
For years, I've been taking care of this little boy, right? He wants to go out into the world and do great big things. Here's the deal. Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Don't get lost. Now go. Get out of here. And when you come back, you're still grounded. Yeah, I'm smiling like it's a joke, but it's true.
See you later with a cake.
Oh, this really hit home for me. Oh, guys, it's just... Oh, it's just rough. Oh, hold on, I'm just trying to... it's just rough because earlier this year my mom got into a pretty bad accident, and it was a miracle that she's still alive. Prior to that, me and her weren't on the best terms, you know, like, oh God, I'm sorry. We just like became very distant from one another, and then it happened, and she's in Brazil still, so we like I haven't seen my mom, and I almost never would have been able to see her ever again. So it's really just that corny thing, you know, just hug your loved ones because you never know. And I probably look like an idiot crying because I can't cry, like I can't control it, you know. It's just I was not preparing for this. Like I literally sat down just, you know, just blind like as always, and it's just like how can you prepare for something like that? But anyways, we'll like talk more about it at the end. That was heavy, but now we're going to just snap out of it, and we're going to go back to YouTuber, influencer, you know, like, I'll, like, comment more on it towards the end if it's warranted, but, all right, so let's just jump back into the movie, guys.
Nothing can shake me.
With his hands inside of his... Imagine that circulating on just, like, Instagram.
You need a bit more dimensional juice or whatever. Never come up with a good name. Branding is not in my strong suit. The city power line to my micro-collider prototype could generate a little more concept.
Oh, that's the scientist guy. She's like replaying the past.
Right, this is gonna work. Or vaporize me and everything in this building, which would not be good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh, this is his becoming? Like his...
I guess so. I think this just happened.
Yeah, like recent. But she's replaying it.
Good, yeah, everything's good. Bye. The bad guy you were supposed to monitor. Dipped out for a moment. Dude!
Look, he's just some villain of the week.
Oh, she was with Miles.
Yeah, she came here to track the bad guy, you know?
Yeah, and then she got...
Earth 5101. What do you want to do?
You never made a mistake? Never got too close to someone?
I did.
She's literally pregnant. Because, like, how can you make a baby without getting too close?
So...
Later, tell him Gwen will meet him there.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. I promise you.
You're welcome. Shut up.
So they have to probably leave everything and everyone behind to do what they're doing.
Yeah, like, they can never go back. And that's why she can't take him, because then he would have to leave his parents. Yeah,
or I don't know, because they were the ones saying that he can't come.
Because I think that love is keeping him there. Imagine he goes in.
Oh, she didn't turn around? Go, he's going to go in.
But then he's going to realize that he can't come back.
Oh my gosh, because he doesn't...
Because she left it because she had nothing there holding her there, you know?
He's supposed to go back with the cake. His mom. What is he going to do? It's going to close. No way.
That's a bold move. I mean, I don't know if you can't come back because you could have one of those watches.
No, you can, because she said that the Miguel might send her back home.
Oh, right, right.
So they can go back, but it's just a matter that he was supposed to go back home.
Right.
You know, he's grounded.
And he's always late every time.
His mom was looking forward to him coming back with the cake, a new cake.
Oh, pardon me, locals. Wow, 4 on there. Wow, that's very dangerous.
Is this India? Yeah, this is India. Wow, they went all the way back to India.
I shouldn't have ever come to see you.
Dang.
Oh, that's messed up.
Who's this? Is this the Indian Spider-Man? Look, he has a third eye thing paint on his forehead.
Police Inspector Singh, this is your daughter. I do not and to top it off, I live in the best possible Spider-Man city, Mumbai.
Which is Mumbai.
This is also where the traffic is. There traffic here too?
You know, it's Manhattan meets Mumbai.
Don't worry.
We won't.
This romantic tension is so palpable. If Spot gets more holes, will they, won't they?
Will they, won't they? He's like chipping them.
Shipping?
Deactivate this wonderfully strong barrier.
No.
He's trying to fix it, right?
Oh, I'm absorbing it so I can shoot it back. It looks like does this power have a name?
Who is this?
Another Spider-Man? What?
A punk rock.
Oh, look, he broke through it using music. Wow. Power of music, man.
Hobie. Oh my gosh.
This is Hobie. Wow.
And he's in a band like she is.
Right? He has more in common.
Oh no.
I loosened it.
I loosened this.
Not just your finger. What's up with your suit? Is he bleeding from his armpits?
Miles, Hobie, Hobie, Miles.
Use your palms, not your fingers.
I'm gonna show you my secret identity. Come out of it. That is when I'm not playing shows, antagonizing fascists, staging unpermitted political action / performing art pieces.
He's a rock star.
Model. I hate the AM. I hate the
But he's literally like a Banksy because he's hiding his identity.
He's an anarchist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Banksy. You're right. Oh my God.
They won't after this.
Oh my gosh, why?
Well, that was another easy adventure for Spider-Man.
What's going on? Dude, what's going on? I'm so confused still. Look, half white, half black. It's like the yin and yang. Chaos and order.
Oh my gosh, look. Everything's getting all distorted.
Yep.
And like...
Everything's becoming one.
Like, yeah.
See you back home.
Wow, look at that first person angle. Oh my God, dude, this movie is insane.
Oh, he has to get back home.
Ooh. So much going on. Oh, ooh. So many people. So many people. So many people.
Oh my gosh.
We need a miracle. There's no, wow, dude, there's no way. Look at the animation. Look at that shit.
Well, there's 4 Spider-Mans. They have to do something, right?
I love the Indian Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's so stylish. Like, he has a style that I've never seen. Like, I can't even put a finger on it. Look at his outfit, too.
Yeah.
So sick. Look at that.
And his mask doesn't cover his hair. Oh, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, please. What is this canon event? Does that mean like it's unpreventable?
Yeah, I think it's like a cataclysm, you know? It's like a apocalypse event, if you will.
I think it might mean like inevitable.
Yeah,
or something.
like it's part of the story, like you can't really resist it.
Yeah. And then once that canon event is happening, you can't change anything, you know?
Oh, look, they finally helped him.
He has to be okay, right?
Imagine he dies.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my god, okay. Oh, and he saved. Wow.
You seem like a nice young woman that I do not know.
Because her dad's right there.
No, but she doesn't know that he's Spider-Man.
Oh, you're right. Completely flew over my head.
He was like, I mean, you seem like a nice girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look, he won Dad's approval.
No, Spider-Man did.
I know.
He has work to do still.
Man like Miles, my God.
Woo!
Miles is the man. 100%. And you know what's good for him is that the guy doesn't believe in commitment. So Gwen, if she wants something serious, Miles is the only choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know who you are. Interesting.
She doesn't seem impressed.
Look at all the other Spider-Mans. Look at this huge, bulky bodybuilder Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you back at HQ.
Miles was just about to head out.
All of you.
I don't follow orders, neither does he.
I'm invited to HQ?
Neither does he.
He's so like optimistic, like childlike, you know? He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he's just like, okay, let's go.
I'm invited. Even though it's probably bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cool the whole time. Under the
He's-
mask or without the mask? With the mask or without the mask?
He might be cooler than Miles. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of Jimi Hendrix. I don't know if you know how he looks like.
Yeah, I do. Anna Basquiat with the hair.
Yeah. Well, nobody knows. Yeah, Basquiat. Yeah, yeah.
Basquiat.
This place is wild.
Exactly.
Let me ask. Hey, anybody spot?
Anybody spot.
Look how many there are.
Oh my
And
God.
Gwen said that it's a very small elite.
Oh my God. Small.
Look at her lies.
And they're upside down because of her hair.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
It's probably infinite variations. Anything you can imagine.
I know.
Hey, I'm out.
Look at these.
Hey, Peters.
I'm a new recruit.
Peter, take a team to the transport deck to help deal with this spot mess.
Wait, is he the only Miles Morales?
Maybe, yeah. One of one.
Huh.
That was a particularly.
A spider horse.
To conceal her face.
Wow. Red Dead Redemption horse.
We got a bunch of doc
that's interesting.
A Mysterio. Ms. Stereo. Video game
Miss
guy.
Stereo.
Another video game guy.
That's the game, the game we were playing on our channel. Oh, that's so crazy. I don't know if you saw.
A Prowler.
Prowler?
Not your.
Oh, shoot.
Isn't that Childish Gambino?
Yeah, it is.
What is Childish Gambino
It
doing here?
is. Donald Glover, excuse me.
Donald Glover. This is America.
What are you?
I'm an avatar. My body is back in my parents' dimension, chilling in a game chair and eating Fritos.
Oh, shoot. She's VR.
Hear that?
So virtual reality is a gateway?
She's a VR Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah.
It detects whatever dimension your DNA is from.
oh my gosh.
It's super humane and not creepy.
And it's a spider that's like weaving.
Yeah.
See you around?
Let's go.
Whoa. Who? Yeah, that's why I was like, who is that? Like the way that they interacted.
Whoa. And then Gwen's like, come back here.
I don't know.
You're
That's why-
mine.
Oh shoot, he had a kid?
And he probably had to let go of it, or
Don't enlist till you know what you're fighting.
don't enlist until you know what you're fighting.
Miguel. No one's probably seen his face, you think?
It's slow. It's like a dramatic entrance.
You blew another hole in the multiverse.
He doesn't know any better.
I do know what. Not know.
But you did, Gwen. He's gonna try ignoring you. You just can't.
I ain't even here.
It's too nonchalant.
He doesn't care.
Oh.
He's back.
Oh shoot! And is he a dad?
Boy, humbling reality.
That's a baby.
That is a baby carrier thing vest. No way. He found love again.
With his Mary Jane, his
Yeah,
MJ.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the suit. We'll get you a new suit.
Peter, you gotta tell him. Wait, what is that?
His baby has the abilities.
Your little day pass, look.
See, just like Disney World, I told you.
It's her kid. Oh my gosh.
Lila,
What?
do the thing.
Huh? What thing?
What do you mean, what thing? The information, explain anything.
Okay.
All right, we're going to understand everything now, I hope.
He probably messed with the timeline, the order of events, you know?
Yeah.
Is everything.
Look, it's the tree of life, the tree of knowledge.
It's called the arachno-humanoid polymultiverse.
In these nodes where the lines converge?
Wow.
They are the canon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look, everyone loses someone.
Right. You can't avoid it.
A police captain close to Spider-Man dies, saving a kid from falling rubble during a battle with an arch nemesis.
Which would be her dad in a different universe. Stacy, Captain Stacy.
What's this? Oh, look, it's a live action thing again. What movie? Guys, comment below what movie that's from. Like, where are these live action ones? Because we'll watch it on the channel.
Yeah.
Inspector Singh's death was a canon event. You weren't supposed to save him.
Oh.
That's why Gwen tried to stop you.
I thought you.
Oh, wow. You can't mess with the timeline. Wow. It's a big deal.
You break enough canon, save enough captains.
It's a lot.
My dad is about to be captain.
Oh, he's going to have to lose his dad. Wow. It's like coping and understanding that your dad is going to...
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here, Miles.
Because every...
Wow.
We did it. It wouldn't have been done.
Look, more live action. Guys, comment below all of these because we have to... Wow.
Being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. That's the job.
Look, there's even a samurai one.
Signed up for.
Wow.
I'm getting full body vibrations. It's crazy. Full body chills.
Is this an intervention or something?
Look at that.
We know it's hard. But it's the truth, Miles.
He's like in the middle of a circle, and then all these people are around him.
Give him the second.
Great look.
What?
Let him leave, he'll only do more damage. We both know that.
Said not to call me that.
His palms. The guy
I
likes
like this guy.
loves anarchy. Yeah.
And I like this guy.
Oh, he's running. Oh my god. Dude, there's an infinite amount of Spider-Man.
Look, he put the little mask. Come on, they have to let him try something, right?
Yeah.
It's worth
They
trying, and that's his mindset for everything. It's like it's worth a shot.
Miles Morales, he's entering Sector 4.
Oh, look, it has like a Dr. Octopus tentacles, just like in the first one.
He's right there. He's right. Turn around.
Look at that, dude. That's crazy, man.
Imagine thousands of Spider-Men
Chasing you.
and women chasing you.
Spider people and things. Look at that, a spider cat.
Oh, furball.
Oh my god, dude. A spider died? What?
Look at that. T-Whip.
They have spider burgers?
Let me guess. He died?
He's going through like trauma therapy. Oh my god, dude. This might be one of my favorite movies of the year.
Her first chase.
Look at Donald Glover.
They're rooting for Miles.
Yeah. Oh, because she's handicapped?
Oh, dang, I pulled something.
Oh, that's like an old school. Huh. Look, he's
He's
doing
like
leg press.
pressing it.
It's the bodybuilder one, I think, that I told you.
I know he's your friend, but it's the only way.
What, they have to...
Blood sense and use your head.
You have to kill him? Imagine if that's what they have to do.
So that's why they didn't want him to join.
It's because he would interfere.
He would interfere because
Yeah.
they probably know like the kind of Spider-Man he is. It's like he has to try to save everyone all the time.
Yeah, and you can't save everyone.
In my well-defined musculature, so don't even.
Musculature.
This movie's so funny, bro. So funny. Look at that. Look at this place. Like, what is this place? It's like a futuristic, multi-dimensional Manhattan meets, I don't know, the heaven?
I like being around you.
That's so sweet.
Why didn't you come see me?
I couldn't.
Oh, because of Aunt May. Aunt May lives in his universe.
Wait, no. You do not have my location. Over. Send everyone.
Oh, no.
What?
Where does he think he's going?
I don't think he planned this out.
If I hadn't said it before, by the way, you're a terrible mentor.
He is all over the place, but he's a great,
Yeah.
like, he's authentic, he's genuine, you know?
He did just beat you.
All of them are, but... Yeah, see? And he's the funniest one, because he's, like, legit.
He's like, my pupil is better than yours.
Yeah, like my baby. Ooh, Miles versus Miguel.
The day pass is gone.
What happens then?
It got yanked off.
Now what?
He's gonna keep glitching and...
Departing to the moon.
You're the original anomaly.
What? Oh, because of the spider, it wasn't supposed to
It
happen.
wasn't planned, yeah.
Spider that gave you your powers
Mm.
wasn't from your dimension.
That's why. He was never meant to be Spider-Man.
You're not supposed to be Spider-Man. You're a mistake.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
You've been bit. Your Peter Parker would have lived.
Oh
It's
my
his fault.
gosh.
Yeah, well, I did lure hundreds of spider people away from your little clubhouse.
Wow.
Look at how many, like, he's the leader. He's a leader. Look, he's leading them to the moon.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Mm.
Nah.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. 100% on Miles' side. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Mm. She's gonna follow.
Is that Tinder?
Look, no, she's like changing,
Oh,
customizing.
Yeah, because she's in the metaverse.
That's why she said she's an avatar, like, you know.
What if she's the one that was supposed to become Spider-Man in the universe, you know? And then she had to resort to VR.
No, that is the Spider-Man of her universe. But they said that there's a universe where there is no Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
So this is a Spider-Man of our universe, right? Because we don't have superheroes in this universe of ours.
Yeah, I guess.
No.
Look at that. What is this?
Machine activated on its own. How is that possible?
Oh, it's him, invisible.
Mm-hmm. Let him go.
Look, yeah, she's gonna let him go. She's gonna let him go. Oh my gosh.
I told you she was a liability.
You're wrong.
What is he gonna do?
Jess,
Kill her?
Tell him he's wrong.
I told you. You let him get away. I can't help you.
Oh, he's gonna send her back home.
You're right, you're not. Oh, look at that.
Go home, Gwen.
Because you can't
What?
stay forever there.
We are supposed to be the good guys.
And now she's gonna have to watch her dad die, probably.
But it might awaken something within her.
Yes, Ben, come with me.
Hell yeah.
Somebody catch Spot. I've had the right amount of you.
Exactly.
Oh.
She's like, screw that guy.
Yeah. Him and his rules.
That's a sports metaphor, by the
I
way.
understand.
Sorry. I was a nerd in high school.
I watch sports.
Okay.
This is like you to me when you came in with like basketball knowledge. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
get it over with.
I can't. My job, being Cap, this whole thing doesn't matter anymore. You're the best thing I've ever done.
Oh, they're in the same space now. They're on the same level.
I don't know what it is you got to do. I think that this thing is supposed to help. The guy who left it was a real piece of work.
It was the punk rock guy, probably. Yeah, look, it's England. In case it didn't work out.
He probably gave her his watch.
Yeah, because he quit. So he said that he quit, and he just
Because
exited.
it's all like artsy and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, 100%.
The hardest thing about this job is you can't always
Oh.
save everybody. I'll make you pay.
That's the pig, the spider pig, the Miles.
Possible
The
disturbance.
Spider-Man
Better
pose.
go check it out.
Yeah.
Now I'm here in the alley.
He's like narrating everything that's happening to him.
Why do you have 8 arms? Do you push silk out of your culito?
I had a nightmare about it once,
Culito.
but no.
Are you sure you woke up?
He's not there. See? Oh, I'm so confused, dude. He went to the wrong universe.
Dad worked with Spider-Man. I mean, he didn't realize Spider-Man was me at the time, but
The dad doesn't exist in that universe.
I got you to take care of. I got me to take care of.
There are only pictures of them two together.
oh no.
That's the feeling I get. It's like the tingling.
What?
It's home dimension.
He went to 42 thinking,
Oh, that's the one that was supposed to have a Spider-Man.
Didn't send me home.
Wow.
this is, wow, it's the universe with no Spider-Man. So where is the Miles in this one?
I have a cold. Maybe we should go over it one more time just to make sure that
That's why you said it looked different.
It did look different. All of the buildings piled on each other. Look at that. It's chaos.
There's no one to save them. That's why.
There's no Spider-Man here. Wow. Instead of his uncle, it's the dad that dies in this one. Which means that in his universe, he already went through that trauma, which is his uncle, I think. Like, he's not going to lose both his role models, is he?
He could, yeah.
Just wants to grow up so fast.
Hmm.
And maybe we gotta grow up too. Maybe we just gotta let him spread his wings, man.
Like Spider-Man told him.
Look at the arms again.
Yep, well, I'm gonna call the station.
I don't think he's there or anywhere around here.
Well, that's his jacket, Emo. Where's Miles?
I don't know.
Emo.
Tell him 5 months. And tell him we love him.
You got it.
That's really nice. Really, really nice. Let's go save Miles. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. God, this movie's amazing.
She might join to help
Yeah.
because she's about to have a kid. And so her motherly instincts really need to start, you know.
True, true. You're right. You're not wrong at all. Very true. So the uncle isn't the Prowler because, you know, like something else, someone else got him.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, because he knows it's not his nephew. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Okay.
He could be the Prowler in this one, too.
Well, no, because it showed another being. But I don't know, maybe. I'm confused. M44-7. In the heart of the city.
What's going on, though?
Ain't no love in the heart of town.
I have an Uncle Aaron. He's a bad guy.
Oh, here's the Prowler.
Oh, look.
So, are there two Prowlers? I don't get it.
Did a lot of bad things.
There could be, just like there's so many Uncle Bens and so many, you know.
You be a good guy.
A good guy.
Imagine he killed his dad.
No, you
Oh, come on.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh, I'm not the Prowler.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Your dad is still alive?
What?
Your father.
Oh my gosh. Wait, we have to pause it.
What?
That's Miles Morales.
Holy shoot.
And he's about to try to swap lives so that he can have his dad back.
Holy shoot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just got full body chills. Oh my god. You're right. You're 100% right. 100%.
I just had to pause it because I didn't want to say it before it was said.
Oh, that's something. Yeah, that's something that makes a lot of sense.
Imagine.
Just like Miguel. Miguel tried going against a canon event.
Gosh, imagine.
And the spider didn't bite him, right? So he continued hanging out with his Uncle Aaron. And then he continued doing graffiti, so he went down that path that his parents would always advise him not to. And then it could be the case, even, like we'll see because there's 10 minutes left, it could be the case, or maybe there's a third movie where both of them are responsible for the dad dying and they feel the guilt.
Oh, man.
And they want to, like, undo
There
it.
has to be a third movie. It's like it's cutting so
10
close.
10 minutes left?
To wrap everything up.
The heck, there's no way, dude. There's no way I'm going to be completely satisfied by the end
Anyway,
of this.
sorry that I just
No,
had
no,
to
don't
pause. I
apologize.
was like, I finally made sense.
Yeah.
It's like that's why the
Makes sense
uncle
to
was
me.
acting all like strange. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
come on now. Like he
Because
knew.
he knew that it's not Miles.
He was like you're who we were waiting for, kind of even like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so crazy.
Let's see.
Oh gosh,
Well, let's see if you're
imagine.
right. Of course. Look, with the dreads,
With the braids, he
I mean,
said.
yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
And he's speaking Spanish, like a Spanish accent.
You could
Oh
call me
my
the Prowler.
gosh.
Wow. He himself did this to himself. That's crazy.
Why would I do that?
Or maybe he just wants him to suffer the same pain
Yeah.
because
Like, why do you get to be
he's
happy?
the reason why their thing doesn't have a Spider-Man that could have saved his dad, or you know. Oh my god, this is so crazy, everything.
How to talk so kids will listen.
Oh, it's Gwen. She came to recruit some help.
Yeah. He's gonna take her with him.
What?
Look, she's ready, dude. She's ready. She's ready to go.
Never found the right band to join. So
Look.
I started my
Oh,
own.
and he's back too.
Now this is the small elite. Look,
Yeah, this is the real one.
the OGs.
Nice. I love this so much.
Look at the drums.
Wow.
What? It ends? No way. What? It ends right in the middle? The other one didn't end like this?
I think that there might be a post-credit scene, so we might want to watch this actually.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that gives me some hope of something, right?
Yeah, look, he's falling into the spots, into the black void.
Isn't that ASAP Rocky? I'm telling you, there was a poster of like
Yeah.
an ASAP Rocky thing in
Look
his
at the
room.
transition
Hmm.
from Spider-Man to Prowler.
Prowler.
Prowler, I said.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so crazy.
I'm gonna be replaying the song.
Yeah.
Look at that, right from his eye. It's all happening inside of him. You get it?
Yeah.
It's all inside of himself. The Spider-Verse, the universe. Wow. Look at that. Wow. The artwork, oh my god. Give it every award that exists. Or create new ones. It deserves it, man. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's crazy.
Will return
in
Beyond.
Beyond.
Nice. Is there any like sneak peek? Let me just check, guys. Hold on. Metro Boomin. Want some more?
Yeah.
Okay. No post credit scene for this one. Just give me
Hmm.
1 sec. All right. I look personally. This movie for me, is my #1 movie right now in this moment. I've always been kind of very hesitant when it comes to like ranking stuff. People would ask me to rank, I don't know, like music and songs and albums or even paintings and like what my favorite paintings were and can you put it in order? Can you make a list? I can't. Um, it's always like either I really love it or I'm not really thinking about it. But if I'm thinking about it, even if it's a bad thing, there's like value to it, if that makes sense. So there's a form of love that I don't really understand, even towards things that don't really serve me in the way that I want it to, but it serves you in the way that you are needed and required to be served in that manner. So that's what death is in this whole movie. It's this idea that it's just a catalyst. It's a necessary precursor. It's a catalyst to kind of expedite, but also allow this transformative process to unravel, right? People can't transform. They can't grow upwards. They can't grow if there's no resistance being targeted towards them, if that makes sense. You know, like you have to constantly be pushing against the forces that want to keep you comfortable. So that's why usually it's the case where privileged people, and not just financially privileged, just privileged, comfortable people who are born in a very stable household. All the problems of the world are always kept from them. They don't ever really go through any significant struggle, and they don't learn too many things. And then they just grow old, and then they repeat the process with their offspring, and that cycle just perpetuates itself. Where in that generational line of beings, you don't even have someone who grew to their full potential. They always just stayed inside of that little comfortable space. So I think that that's what death is. You know, I think that in this case, you have to lose someone in order to find yourself. And I think that that's generally what happens, you know, because that's what it is. Like all of this is just fading, you know, everybody's going to perish. I'm going to perish. You're going to perish. Everybody watching this, guess what? You are also going to perish. You're not going to live forever. And so with that stark realization or that wake-up call, which I'm not saying that this right now is a wake-up call for you, but just being reminded of death, memento mori, just constantly reminding that death is inevitable, you kind of invite it into your life, not as this impending boogeyman, but you invite death as a part of life. So just like life lives in your house, in your home, you also have to invite death into your house, into your home. In this house and home, it could be your inner sanctum or your inner sanctuary, rather. It could be your soul. It could be your heart. It could be your mind. But you have to establish a relationship, a preemptive relationship, so that when the time comes, you don't lose yourself. Because a lot of people die with the person that died. So the person that died, they died because it was their time. You know, it's not something that you could have changed, or you could have done better, or you could have changed this and maybe helped in this. You can't, because people are stuck in their little kind of bubble. You know, like we are all having our own protagonist moment, even though Hollywood has taught us that only good-looking people who have certain symmetrical faces are the ones that are privy to a life where they are the main character, right? I think that everybody has that potential to become a main character, quote unquote, and to take ownership for that responsibility. Because with becoming, you have to help all those who are asleep, who don't realize that they can become, who are just born and taught that this world, this fleshy body, is the most valuable thing ever, which it is extremely valuable. Life is the most valuable thing. But then also it's not the only thing, because it's fading, right? Everything that we experience is fading. If you buy a pack of water, it has its expiration date. If you buy any perishable foods, if you buy even a sturdy desk, over time that desk becomes less sturdy by design. You can't isolate things. You can't maintain things in a vacuum and still consume it and still use it, because usage is what expires us, right? Because we're being used. We're being used by the world. We use ourselves. We're being used by our inner flame, our spark, our spirit. You don't have to subscribe to any religion, by the way. And at one point I was the first one, I promise you, on everything. I was the first one to just brush it all aside and just say that, oh, that's hippie talk. This idea of like soul, we're all one, man. It's like always the first one to raise a skeptical eyebrow. But I've undergone something that a lot of people call it like a spiritual awakening, but I've found my God, right? And it's not a religious God. It's a pure essence, right? And it's a pure essence that's available for anyone watching this right now. You can literally find a way where you can reach your arm out and you can touch it. Touch it without touching it. So it's hard to explain. If you haven't gone through it, then it just sounds like delusional optimism, I guess. It just sounds like this guy who had a crazy trip and saw some stuff, and now he's convinced that that's his reality. Everything around you reflects that. This movie reflects that. It's like, are there more of us out there? Am I the only one that's awake? That's the whole point. Am I the only one that's awake? Think about it. All the Spider-Men, all the Spider people, rather, they are privy to accessing this realm, where in that realm they gain all of this infinite knowledge from infinite timelines, infinite reincarnations, infinite, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it reincarnation, if you want to call it the scientific use of multiverse, I just think it's that. I think it's just reincarnation, and that's why this show deliberately, there's a point. Look, everything in these movies has a specific meaning for it. Like if there's a little poster on the wall, just like you said, A$AP Rocky. Why was there a A$AP Rocky poster? Because he was in the song. Like he was part of producing the soundtrack for the movie. So similar to that, they go to Mumbai. They go to India. What's in India? The oldest religion on this planet, documented religion, is Hinduism. That's where you go. That's where you have to go, just like I went. I started getting into deep transcendental meditation. I've tried a bunch of other stuff, which led me to my Kundalini awakening. And I just have to check the time. Okay, we're still good. But Kundalini awakening, which is just essentially, I sat with myself so intensely, and I turned inwardly with such an intensity that I just found and discovered so much more about life. Things that I can't really even put into words. Excuse me. I can't even put into words without it really making sense. Because you have to see it to believe it. Like, that's just how it is. And all that's to say is that I genuinely believe, and look, this is my opinion, and I come to all of you as humbly as I possibly can. I never claim to know anything. I don't know the truth. I'm a human, like I'm very limited. But I can tell you that I think for certain, for myself, that this movie was about that. This movie is about a spiritual awakening. I don't know how many of you guys can feel it, but the world is going through so many changes. And it seems so sporadic. It seems so all of a sudden. Like, do you remember when you were a kid and life was just more calm? It was more simple, it seemed. Less stressful. Obviously, if you came up in a fucked up household, then it wasn't as seamless, because a lot of us, including myself, didn't come up in a perfect household. Raised by a single mother who was always absent because she was working. Raised by babysitters, strangers, kind of an orphan. And I've covered this before, but my point is, even then, like, life was just more simple, you know? It felt normal. It felt like, oh, the good old days. I think that the good old days are far behind us in that sense. I think that we are moving, and everybody can sense this, with the Maui fires, and the world is with cyclones in freaking China, with earthquakes all around the world. Rivers are drying up, and aliens are real. Aliens are coming. Like, something's coming is what I'm trying to say. Just like in the movie, it said, something's coming. And I think that that's why a lot of people are beginning to awaken, because I've met through the internet, through just scrolling on TikTok, I've found the other Spider-Men, the other Spider people. Like, I've seen them and I've heard them speak, and they speak just like me. And so I think that that's literally what it's trying to communicate. And then at the very end, what does Gwen say? She says, care to join us or something? And then she runs towards us. Like, she looks, breaks the fourth wall. She's talking to Peter, obviously. But the camera, like, she's talking to the camera, to you, to the person that watched this movie, to us. It's like, care to join us. Like, really process everything. Try to escape the limitations of your reality, you know, because part of spiritual awakening is letting go of everything you've learned. And that's why I think it's important that in the beginning it showed that he was going to college, and then the high school college advisor served as kind of like an agent of God, if you will. It's kind of like an angel, because she was, her whole dialogue does not make sense. It's not an organic dialogue. You can go back and you can listen to her speak. She speaks like someone who greets you in the afterlife. When you pass over, they ask you a question like, so who were you? So what is your story? And she keeps asking, like, what's Miles Morales' story? And I don't know. Like, I just, it's just so profound. It's just so profound. And I just had to get all of that out there just right through the front door, just before I even touch on notes and stuff, because I've never had a movie speak to me on this level. You know, it gave me advice even. It speaks with you. Because that's what you realize, too, that there are no coincidences. Coincidences don't exist. I absolutely believe that. Even if it's a bad coincidence, it was meant to happen. For some reason, who knows? You can be mad because that's your right, but it won't serve you in the grand scheme of things. And that's the whole thing, is that anger, being able to let go, that's what the Buddha teaches. That's what every yogi teaches. That's what every spiritual leader, Alan Watts, Ram Dass, they all teach the art of letting go and just being in the now, and just being accepting of everything that happens. Oh, so-and-so died. Okay, I feel sadness, and then you let that sadness just do its thing, but you don't let it control you. And then you let it just pulsate a little bit, breathe, and then you wash it away. And that's the ideal way of doing it. And then obviously, like, we aren't taught that. Like, we in school, like, we aren't taught how to really do all these things. We aren't taught how to meditate, which in India, a lot of schools do teach that. More specifically, the famous yogi Paramahansa, he started a school system where he teaches meditation. He teaches transcendental meditation, forms of just real to kids, toddlers, as soon as they can process things. And that has to come first. And yeah, all that just to say that this is a movie about spiritual awakening. And I have a few notes that I'll like run through, but that's already my bulk of everything. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And the last thing I'll also say, like really quickly, and I'm sorry if I'm stuttering and stuff, is just a lot of emotions right now, a lot. Because for me personally, this has been a culmination point of sorts. I don't even know if I can like, I just have emotions where I just can't control them, because at times it feels like you're not even the one driving, you know, and this might scare a few people, but like, that's part of it, is that you establish a deep connection with your higher self, with your inner flame, with your soul. You know, it's the voice when you're reading in your head silently. Do you hear a voice? If the answer is yes, then you have an inner dialogue. If you have an inner dialogue, ask yourself, who reads? Oh, it's me. I read. Yeah, but how do you read without opening your mouth? And how do you read in your head and hear yourself reading? Like you silently reading in class, like you hear it. Like you hear yourself without speaking. So who is that? That's not you, by the way, but it is you. And that's the whole paradox. And that's why you have to go through it in order to understand it. But there's a second thing, but it's not a second thing. It's just part of you that you've just neglected your whole life because you focus on the external. There are two worlds, you know, as above, so below. Polarity, yin and yang, which is getting to the point of Spot. Spot is all white, which is the reflection of light. It does not, like, the color white does not absorb light, right? So it rejects it. What is light? Light from the sun, the Son of God, the rays of light, the energizing force and principle in which everything is possible. There is no life without the sun. And through spiritual awakening, you even understand that a lot of these religions, like, for example, Christianity, the Son of God, you know, Jesus, for sure, like, Jesus was a real man. But I think that Jesus himself was like an awakened man, you know, like he awoke. He was Spider-Man too. Like it's crazy to say that. And maybe I'll get bashed forever for saying that. But I don't care because I need to speak my truth. And that's something that when you're meditating and when you contact these beings, they tell you. And it's they. It's like it's multiple beings of light. Like they tell you that you can't hold back, that you can't pull back. Like you can't pull your punches. You have to just speak it. Because a lot of times when I am in these states, like you've seen it, information comes where I don't even know how I thought of that. It's like I don't own these things. Sometimes I like catch myself kind of just not even remembering what I do in terms of my hand movements. I speak in cadences at times that I don't even recognize. But it's just the process. It's the process of just going into that space where all the Spider-Men were, the Spider people. In that space, you can call it whatever you want, but the whole point is that everybody right now can get to that space. And my goal recently even is like, how do I leverage our podcast, for example, which is mainly based off of conspiracy theories? How do I leverage that to use it as like a vehicle for me to really teach people? Not teach, but kind of guide them through my own anecdotes. Again, I don't claim to know everything. Like I don't have the answers. But one thing that I can tell you with 100% certainty is that I've had out-of-body experiences. I've astral projected. I've gone to places. I've gone to the pyramids of Egypt. I've met ancient Sumerians, which sounds crazy to say out loud. I've met them. I've met different beings, winged beings. I've met half man, half horse beings. I've met so much stuff, and it all felt real. And I've met God. And I can tell you right now, has no face, is not even like humanoid. It's an essence. It's pure light, pure light. And when you're in the presence of this thing, it's overwhelming. It's like I leave my body, but my body starts vibrating, trembling kind of, and tingling, which is crazy, which is the Spidey sense. Spidey says throughout this whole movie, my body would just like pulsate at times, at moments when it would really hit home for me, full body chills, but it comes in like a wave, and then it kind of like does its own internal dance kind of. It just like keeps like pulsating and pulsating. But yeah, all that just to say that Spot is black and white, yin and yang, chaos and order, but also black is the absorption of all light. So black is everything. So it's kind of, I'm not going to get into that part because that was a discovery that we had last night while I was meditating too. Like after I meditated, like we had that conversation. And yeah, I think that there's a lot more to be said. And by the time the third movie comes out, I'll be better to explain that part of it, because then we'll still see Spot and then I'll have like a better understanding of it.
And
right before you do, sorry.
Oh.
Because then I'll just restart it.
And it's interesting because it's the black spots that kind of open the portals, right, to the other dimensions and to the other, and even to within himself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really I don't know if that makes sense.
Do you want to go first or do I go
No,
first?
you could go first because I don't really have much. So.
Oh, I wrote like 2.5 pages.
Like
Alright.
the bulk of what I have to say is more just like feeling stuff than
Mhm.
like notes.
Can I just say one last thing? Because after everything I said just now, maybe someone out there is thinking, that sounds incredible. That's what I've been wanting for my life. I've been wanting more than just waking up, going to sleep, eating, working, mundane jobs that don't even fulfill me, gratify me, or make me feel alive. I'm depressed because I've been through depression. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I've had suicidal ideations. I've been suicidal for a long period of time. Every second I just wanted to die. Like, no sugarcoating. Like, felt alone, could have been surrounded in a concert with a million people. Felt the most alone I've ever felt. Didn't matter, right? So if you're in that position and you just want more out of life, or you don't even have to be depressed or whatever, but that just so happens to be what cracked me, kind of, was my depression. Like, it just got to a point where I was so deep in hell that it just broke me. It shattered me. It just, like, this, like, person that I think I am, which is Callie Lacerda, this identity, this ego, couldn't hold on anymore because my light was just forcing itself out. But what I would recommend is, well, I don't even know if I can recommend stuff like this on YouTube, but yeah, I can, because other podcasts, for example, like, they talk about it. Joe Rogan talks about DMT, ayahuasca, which are two things that I still eventually want to, like, experiment and try. But all I did really was I took a gummy. And my whole life, by the way, I've been a complete square. No alcohol. Well, that's not a lie. Like, when I lived in Brazil, I would drink socially with my friends, but I've never been like an alcoholic, like addicted to alcohol, just like as a teenager, right? But very square in terms of like drug usage. Never used weed, never smoked it, never done any of that stuff. Growing up, even like throughout high school, I've never appealed to me, because I came up in a household where it was blasphemous, it was satanic, it was demonic. Don't do that. That's the devil's weed. Like, that's the devil's grass. All that to say that only recently, to help cope with the depression, I made that jump where I ordered a pack of just gummies with like a 30 supply of gummies, edibles, and I started taking them right at night before I went to sleep. And then one night, I just had this strong calling, just this strong urge, like I couldn't even control it. I just had to sit in a meditative position, crossing my legs on the bed, and I just had to like start breathing and then closing my eyes, breathing, closing my eyes, until eventually I was somewhere else. And then that's where it all began. So I'm just giving you guys an anecdote. I'm not going to directly recommend anything or suggest anything, because it's not my place to do that. But all I will say is that the first step is to use some form of medicine, a sacrament, and then treat it as a religious sacrament. Just like when you see a Christian church or a Christian mass and they give you the body of Christ and they give you the wine. That even comes from the old pagan traditions, who would give you a form of ayahuasca, a form of potent medical drink, and they would give you mushrooms. So that's been proven, and you can do your own research and deep dive into that. But that's where kind of like all of these religions came from. The Vikings, the Norse mythology, that's how they came in contact with all of their gods, with Zeus, Thor, all of them. So just to say that an ego-killing medicine, that's what you need to do, and that medicine doesn't have to be necessarily ingested. It could be a practice. It could be something you do that just completely eliminates your ego. It could be skydiving, like, I don't know. But ego-killing thing, and I'm sorry for taking so long.
No.
An ego-killing thing, and then once you consume that and you're in that state where you can kind of let go of everything, then you start letting go. So let go of anything that you ever believed in, all the things that you were taught in school by your family, and then you start meditating, and then do deep breaths. Breathe, like, hold it. You'll feel everything moving inside of you, and then you just release, and then you start closing your eyes, and then you just stay in that moment and listen to music. Listen to Egyptian music. Literally go on Spotify and put ancient Egyptian meditation music, put Kundalini awakening music, put spiritual awakening music, put all these things, and put the volume up, put some headphones on, some good headphones, and you are going to be blown away by what you'll find, you know, because you're in that moment, you're going within yourself. So whatever you see doesn't mean that it's all in your head, but just because it's in your head doesn't mean it's not real, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I haven't put that information out vocally. Like, I haven't been on camera and I haven't said it because part of me has been scared of just how close-minded people have become, you know? Even when we do these videos, it's not really a safe space 100%. Like, I feel confident. I feel like it's a safe space, but not 100% because people complain about everything nowadays. Even us taking notes, there are people who are like, I don't think you should take notes because it distracts from the thing and you guys miss so many important points. Other people complain about how we edit out important moments or all the important moments. It's like, we can't make everybody happy.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of what's keeping me from fully being transparent. But as we do these movies, like, I just broke down on camera for the first time, like broke down on camera. Like, I couldn't hold it. I had to pause. That was the first. And now I'm here sharing you guys things of who I am. Not the person you see, but like my soul is speaking to you right now. And that's the crazy thing. It's just like, I don't know. If I can reach one person, then my job is done here, you know? It's like that's all I need to do is just start this trickling effect. Just like show people, like, hey, you don't have to just do this. You don't have to be so preoccupied with this world. You can just literally be okay with everything and help everybody and love fully and spread love into the whole world, you know, because that's the goal and that's why you're here. Like, otherwise, you answer me, what's your purpose? Like, why were you born? You can't, like, nobody knows. If somebody knew, then they would be the truth people, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, and maybe it doesn't, but
It does make sense.
But yeah, I just wanted to give that little recommendation because I'm sure that some people appreciate these heart-to-hearts and these like more humane conversations. Because I promise you that the only reason we're even on YouTube is because it's the place to be right now, right? Like, it's the platform for this type of content. So, but that's just to say that, like, I don't care a lot about any of this. Like, I care, but not, it's not my all. It's not, I'm not going to live stream 24/7 begging you for likes and begging you for, hey, chat, whatever. I'm not that guy. I'm not, because I'm not attached to this stuff. All of this could go away and I'll be fine because I'll find the next thing. I'll find the next avenue. Maybe it's poetry. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's graffiti. Like, who knows? So my whole point is I don't have any reason, anything to gain and only to lose actually by saying what I'm saying right now. So that's the risk, you know, and that's the hero's journey comes with a risk. You have to exit your comfort zone. You have to just be bold and just believe, just like Miles did. Be bold, believe that you can make that leap. And it's always the leap, man. It's always the leap. It's so incredible. It's so incredible because to me it's Dark Knight Rises and this movie. Same level, actually. Like, this isn't the best one. Dark Knight Rises and this one, tied, neck and neck. Both preaching the same thing. Same exact thing. It's the leap. Just like when he was running away from all the Spider-Men.
And then you just...
Spider people, and he was glued to that train that was going vertically to the moon, exiting Earth. By being chased and persecuted, he was leading them. He was leading them because they were blind to what he is meant to do. And my point is that he led all of them up. He ascended them. So, because he, sorry, it's like, it's because I talk a lot and then I breathe through my mouth. It's because he awoke, like he was truly awakened, because he understood that he has no limitations. And that's my interpretation of why Miguel is making a general rule basing off of a personal experience, a personal mistake of his. And that's still being attached to an identity. Miles Morales, he is more liberated than any of them. Because first of all, the side piece, Gwen's side piece, the rock and roll punk anarchist.
Hobie.
Hobie is his name, right? So Hobie, what was I gonna say? Fuck, sorry. Okay, yeah. So Hobie was non-compliant and he's anti-authority. He did not go with what Miguel wanted. During the whole, like, chase him, go after him, everybody's running after Miles. He, in the middle of it, just exited. So he said, I'm out, I'm done, I quit, he said. So every Spider-Man that followed Miguel's orders was subservient to Miguel. So they weren't free. And so Miles was the first one to stand up and to stick his neck out. And there's a saying, too, that back in the day, like back in the Middle Ages, those who stuck their neck out above the crowd are the ones that get their head cut off. So that's why people would be scared of sticking their neck out, of being different, just like I'm being right now. Like, I'm being different. It's like, look at me being different with these crazy ideas. Oh, look at this crazy guy. It's like but that's literally me sticking my head out. It's me putting on a mask. It's me swinging above all these people that are just, yeah, so what are you going to do tomorrow? Oh, do you have the report ready? Yeah. What are you going to do on Friday? I'm going to go out to the club. Oh, okay, yeah. How about, it's Monday? That's it. Like, that's life. And I'm just swinging above everybody right now. I'm just trying to, like, call your attention. Like, hey, come on. But I don't even know if it's going to work, but whatever. Do you have anything to say, or do you want me to just go through this? I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
you could go through.
Oh, it's just a lot, man. Like, this movie really, really resonated with me. Okay, so this movie has a lot of focus on sound and music, more specifically, and the first one also had a huge focus and emphasis on sound and the music that plays. I highly recommend you guys looking into something called cymatics, which is the idea that vibration and sound creates patterns, and that everything is kind of vibration, everything is sound. You guys will have to search that for yourselves. I highly recommend watching a documentary called Inner Worlds, Outer Worlds, and I would recommend you watch that now. After listening to everything I just told you, watch it, and you'll see what I mean. But yeah, so recommend checking out cymatics. It'll explain what I'm talking about. Da Vinci reference, Da Vinci's right there. That's the Vitruvian Man. The Vitruvian Man was Da Vinci's quest on finding man's place within the vast cosmic expanse. So it's finding man's place within all of it. Only to realize that within man is where everything comes from. So everything is within us, and everything that's within us is projected and materialized without us, like outside of us. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I just thought that was really cool because he's right there. So I was like, oh, shoot. The ancient Sumerians had a watch-looking wrist device. Right. Google right now, actually, like open up a second tab and Google ancient Sumerians. And you'll see these wall paintings of them kind of in a profile. And you'll see that a lot of them had a wristwatch or something that looked like a wristwatch. And they also carried something with their other hand. And usually, this is what's crazy. Usually, they are depicted holding a pine cone. And they are kind of like giving it. And the pine cone represents the pineal gland, which is your third eye. And if you Google also what's at the Vatican statue of a pine cone. Why does the Vatican have a huge statue of a pine cone surrounded by two peacocks? So it's not just me making these things up. Like, you can Google it for yourself. Like, do your research. But yeah, so what if the ancient Sumerians are the people, are the gods, or are the beings of light that are trying to guide these versions of humanity, these multiverses, these timelines, these people, these individuals, towards an enlightened path, towards a path of graduation, of the soul's graduation from this carnal, mortal realm. And you keep getting reincarnated here until you learn everything that you were meant to learn. But then obviously there's the whole drinking from the river of forgetfulness, I think. Or what's it called? Yeah, the river of forgetfulness. You have to drink from that river before you are born again, and then that's why you are born crying. Every baby is born crying. Not every baby. Some aren't, because some, and those usually tend to become more calm and more just collected people and more spiritual people because they are at peace with what's happening. A lot of the babies are born crying because they're confused. It's like they don't remember dying and they don't remember drinking from the river, and they don't understand why they're back stuck in this little body. Why are they going to be forced to go through all of this again? All of this pain, all this suffering. And that's how I view it. But yeah, so the ancient Sumerians, so, like, look that shit up, dude. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Okay, Gwen spun a web using sound when she saved those people from the helicopter. She channeled using sound, which is why I recommended you guys playing these old ancient sounds while you're meditating, because it'll take you places. Like, sound is a driving force. And I think it was Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla. They said that if you want to acquire the keys to the universe, understand everything as sound, vibration, and energy, I believe. So again, Google those guys. I'm sure you've heard of them.
That's interesting because Obi then like breaks that like force field with the sound of his like guitar and stuff.
With rock and roll.
Yeah.
Because it's an aggressive vibration, it just broke it. And he also nudged Miles and told him, instead of using your fingers, use your palms. So maybe that's just a way of like, because I've been meditating using different mudras, which are just hand positions. So there are just different ones that you can do that do certain things and that take you certain places during your meditation process. And I've tried a few times doing this like praying hand one where you do it right here and you kind of align it with your heart chakra, or you can even bring it up and just kind of like bring it towards your throat chakra, or you could bring it up towards your third eye, or you could bring it above your crown chakra. But my point is, this is the most effective one so far. It's the praying hand, which is what every, Christian does. It's like, I pray to God, So it's all a meditation. It's all a form of a deep meditative process. It's just wild. Okay. Oh yeah, and somebody in the movie said every person is a universe. It's so wild, dude. It's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Touches on men's mental health. Men have to be strong all the time. Yeah, that's like the whole toxic masculinity or whatever. I think that there has to be a balance. It's a prerequisite in order for you to evolve spiritually, is that you have to get in touch with your feminine side. And if you're a woman, you have to get in touch with your masculine side. So the masculine side for a woman is confidence, assertiveness, is just the ability to just do things in the world and just create action, creation, right? That's the masculine. The patriarchy. Look around you. History has shown us, with the exception of queens of England and just queens of other countries, but for the most part, it's been a patriarchy. Like, there's a man of the house. There's a president. There's a leader. Usually we think of a male. Not saying that it has to be that way. I'm just, But then for the man, it's the nurturing, empathetic, sympathetic. It's the loving side. And both genders, both people have to find and strike a balance between those two things, and that's the way to find peace, because then you become whole, like you become complete. And then an external version of that is that you have to put effort into searching for your soulmate, and you can't just be angry, resentful, and say that, I don't know, like maybe you have low self-esteem and you think that you can't get anybody to love you, that you can't find anyone, or somebody has hurt you in the past, and so I'm done with men. I'm done with women. Women are all this. Men are all this. You have to let go of all that, and you have to just be open and accepting, because that's another prerequisite. Like you have to find your other half. And then you come as a union, and yeah, that's just my opinion, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Spread his wings was also funny, because multiple instances they randomly do this. What's this? In one popular religion, a specific religion, what is opening your arms like this?
Which is the thing that I thought that you caught at one point where there was the Spider-Man with the stretched webs.
Yeah.
And then all the Spider-Men or people were like piled up on top.
Yeah.
And then I just thought that it was like the weight of humanity.
Yes.
In the instance of like Christianity, for example, it's like Jesus being crucified was for everyone's sins.
Yeah.
And so there's the weight. And that was like all of the spider people were like on top of him with these like stretched across, you know.
And on top of that, we're using him to bridge the gap between one point to the
Yeah.
next and not even really acknowledging him or thanking him for it. So the whole idea is that religious people, for the most part, they rely on religion as a crutch to kind of like guarantee their access into heaven, into the other side. So they go to church and they are good Christians and they are good religious folks, you know, like they are very dedicated and they pray as many times as they need to every day and they do everything right, but they still keep doing it externally. So that's how I saw it, is that people use these representations of God and they rely too much on it and they don't really focus inwardly to also establish a relationship with God through yourself, so that you don't have to rely on scripture, you don't have to go to a church, you don't have to do anything. You just sit at home, deploy deep introspection, and you establish a direct channel. So that's what I saw too, is that through this, which is Christ consciousness, which is the crown chakra, so once you achieve enlightenment, spiritual awakening, then you become a Christ, you become a Buddha, which, by the way, you can Google. Christ is a term that's similar to Buddha. It's awakening. It's awakened one. So the aura, right, the halo is the crown chakra. Literally, it's the ethereal realm that you transition into. And it's through that. So it's through this. And it showed it multiple times, and I just found it fascinating. And I think that it's proof. It's proof that only yourself can save you from yourself. And it's through the elevation of consciousness, the elevation of your spirit, of your frequency, of your vibration, and just acquiring that level of understanding that's beyond whatever textbooks, brainwashing, programming, conditioning has made you to believe about the universe, you know?
It's interesting, right? 7 days, 7 chakras.
7 days. Yeah. God created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day, he rested.
Mm-hmm.
Because you raise and you literally travel through the 6 chakras, and then you exit your body and you rest, because you rest within the crown chakra, you know, like that's why every religious figure has a radiating golden hue, like a radiating golden force outside of them that surrounds their head. It's because that's the light emanating from within, because we are human, which are beings of light, beings of color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. And then there was a time also when the mom was talking to Miles Morales about how he's speaking half Spanish and half English, and I thought that was funny because that's what my mom would say. It's like, why are you talking Portu-Inglés or Portu-English, you know? It's Portuguese mixed with English, and that's what a lot of people do, you know, including
That's
myself.
what I do, is like speaking to my family, because I don't really know Portuguese.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I know it, but back then I didn't know it as much as I do now.
Exactly. I also wrote generational trauma, which is the whole idea of having a multiverse. You can't be a victim of generational trauma. Well, I think I wrote this because the mom said that Miles Morales is here because of her, or he told her, right, like, I'm here because of you. And then she said something along the lines of, because of his grandfather and his grandmother, and because of her. And so it was a part where they were talking about generational trauma and how you have to break out of that. You have to become the black sheep of your family, which is what I've already consolidated myself as. It's like I'm the only one in my family. My family's huge. It's fast. 8 children my grandma had with my mom, including my mom, rather. And so a lot of cousins, like expansive, and I have zero contact with anyone because I can't relate with anybody. Like, nobody really understands what I'm saying or how I think or what I believe. You can't ground someone who's meant to fly. That's why he can't be grounded. Jealous mom parents. We went through something very similar at the beginning of our relationship where my mom got super, super protective and super defensive, like almost like a mama bear, because it was the first time that I got into a serious relationship, like an actually serious relationship. And my mom knew it. And so I think that that's normal for every mother out there, is that you have a boy male child and you raise them and then they become a man and then you have no choice but to sacrifice willingly your only son to the world, which is what Mary does with Jesus, right? So that's what happened in Spider-Man Across the Multiverse or Across the Spider-Verse, is that his mom had to willingly learn how to let go and sacrifice her own son for the world because he might die, who knows? And she has to do it knowing that. It's like he might die. He might not exist. And that's the ultimate power. And that's why mothers are always so forgiving. Like Mother Earth, like no matter how badly we treat her, she's always providing. She continues providing. It's not like she decides that she's going to dry up every ocean. She's going to stop trees from bearing fruit. No matter how much you try to destroy her, she's always going to be forgiving, and she always forgets. And that's what mothers are like. That's the superpower of the feminine energy of mothers.
Yeah.
They go to India, Hinduism, Mumbai, a mix of Mumbai with New York. Already talked about that. Spot's journey of self-improvement. He literally says that, by the way, Spot. Spot says that he's been going through a journey of self-improvement when they find him again in Mumbai, more powerful. So he's also evolving, but then he's devolving because he's using this spiritual awakening as a way to spiral into darkness, because you can easily become nihilistic. And that's what he represents. He represents the inverse of what could happen, right? The opposite. So everything has its opposites. It's the law of polarity. It's Hermeticism. It was preached by Hermes Trismegistus, Hermes thrice great. It's the idea that through spiritual awakening, you can either evolve or you can devolve. And that's what Spot chose. He let his ego command his actions within that world, which you shouldn't do. And it is an anomaly because you enter that realm and you're still attached to your identity. And that's why his actions reflect that. So he wants to just destroy everything because his was destroyed.
And it's interesting that you mentioned the polarity thing, because even Miles Morales, like, we just assumed that there was just one Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And then we come to realize that there was another universe with another Miles Morales, with another Uncle Aaron, with another dad, and then there needed to be a balance. So Miles Morales becoming Spider-Man in his universe meant that there needed to be a Miles Morales that becomes the Prowler, which is the literal opposite of what Spider-Man was. It was a villain versus a hero, basically.
Yeah, it's the yin and yang again. Yeah, it's the play on opposites, 100%. CERN is what came to mind with the whole collider thing, but I already talked about that in the last video when we reacted to the first movie. Oh, artists are prone to being Spider-Man. A lot of artists, man, because of the whole idea of sound, and artists are more detached from their identity, They're more creative, and by creating, you focus less on the things that you can't change, because creators want to implement change in the world, you know? So it's kind of hard to explain, but they have like an easier access to the other side. The movie reminds me of The Matrix, the group of people.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a little group, and then you have, what's his name? The Jimi Hendrix guy?
Obi or yeah,
Obi, yeah. So Obi is like the guy that kind of like reassures Neo when he's on the thing, the good guy, and kind of tells him like, this is just how it is, but it's whatever. And then you have all the characters. So it's kind of like the Matrix. There was a part when they talked about nodes, and you can also Google another thing called Indra's net of jewels, which quantum physics has been studying recently, and they have been getting behind it, and they've been trying to understand, right, the I forgot the thing, but the thing that they're trying to uncover at CERN, Hosan or Hosan, the God particle or something. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, why are you?
A parent, because you keep yawning and I don't want to bore you.
No,
A
that's
parent must cope with losing son and vice versa. So I think that that's another thing too that everybody should go through is that they should just like I said, like invite death into your house and just learn how to cope with it so that when it happens you're not too destroyed.
Hey, could you pause everything really quick?
Okay, so letting go, the ability of letting go equals becoming godly, and I think I touched on that earlier. Hold the baby was Peter trying to tell Miles Morales to take control of his inner child and to not let his inner child dictate his actions. And also, it's like a reassuring thing. It's a comforting experience to hold a child because it reminds you of purity. It reminds you of the essence of who you are, which is your inner child. And just like Kanye says, he says, my childlike creativity was honestly being clouded by these grown thoughts. And that's what happens there. He elevated all those around him. I already said that. Miguel is trying to save himself through Miles. Yeah, he's just trying to correct his own mistakes, which I also referenced. Red, purple, blue equals chakras. You guys can look into that. Purple being the crown chakra, which is the highest chakra. No playbook for spiritual awakening. At one point, they said that there's no playbook, and I think that there is no playbook to spiritual awakening because you guys can see how sporadic my mind is right now because I'm still new to it all, and I'm trying my best to just say everything, but you can't say everything, and that's what's frustrating. Mother equals forgiving. Mother Earth. Spider senses, tingling. Yeah, I definitely have that, which is interesting. Miles versus Miles, I think that this is all happening inside of him. Obviously, in the movie, it'll show like it's the multiverse, it's all external, but in real life, in this world where we live, it all happens inside of you. But it doesn't make it not real, just like I said. Prowler is chaos. So the Prowler Miles is the dark self, and the Spider-Man Miles is the light self, which is order, chaos and order. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Just make sure it's still recording. But yeah, that's all just to say that I'm probably going to rewatch this soon. And I'm definitely going to listen to the soundtrack because the music was very symbolic too. And with everything I said, if you guys just go back and listen to the songs, it all talks about everything I said. So, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
You want me to pause it? Because I can't really... All right.
You didn't have to rush through your notes.
Oh, I didn't rush it. It's already recording.
No, I know. I'm saying this in the recording.
No, I didn't rush through it.
I guess it's just like important for me to say that like I believe in everything that Callie says. It's just that I haven't experienced it. So that's why if you guys see me sitting here with not much to say, it's because I don't really have much to speak on. And I've just been kind of mindful of just saying things that I fully believe, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then things that I can say with certainty, or else it's like, how can I say it if I've yet to? Then I'm just saying something that
you heard someone else say.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to know, like, if you guys see me sitting here yawning, it's just because I literally fall asleep every night at 9 p.m. Like, it's not because Callie is talking a lot because I enjoy hearing him talk and stuff. It's just that, like, I don't know, like,
I know.
I
And
feel
I'm
like
sorry. It's
no.
because look, there's like a strange shift now. It's because we like paused it, and then I just like asked if she's okay because she kept yawning, and then I don't want to just like bore anyone either, and it's hard. Like it gets hard because going through these experiences, everything I've said, I've learned on my own, and it's a very lonely experience. And so that's another part that I forgot to mention is that every Spider-Man feels lonely because you don't really find other people that are going on the same thing. Well, you find them, but not in your household, not around you. And that's just how it's been for me. Like it's been a very lonely experience, and it's not anybody's fault because everybody has their own time so that things happen, right? Everything happens in its time. But it is frustrating. It is frustrating, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is because I've experienced this thing. I've experienced God, and I know that everybody can experience it too, and people still resist that. But it's not their fault. It's the ego, right? It's the ego is still in control. So over time, I think that something is coming. I think that something's going to happen, something quote unquote bad, but bad in a way where it's going to distort everybody's sense of self. Everybody's going to be like, what the? And then in that moment, a lot of people are just going to going to get lost in the mist, lost in the sauce. And then people who find it before it happens, the calm before the storm, which is now, they'll be okay. But everybody else will just lose it. And so knowing that and having that certainty and that understanding, I want to save everybody I can, you know? So like that's why I'm just always preaching about it. But it's not even preaching, it's just sharing anecdotes. I'm not forcing anything down anybody's throat. Everybody's more than welcome to just watch the movie reaction and then click off and then just, just don't even listen to this guy. But yeah, so that's why we paused it, and it's just a misunderstanding, and I just want you to know that I just did that because I want to make sure that, I'm not doing anything that's boring, that's like not contributing. But yeah, so what did you think about the movie now? Like we should just move forward,
Well, I guess like the way that I relate the most to Miles, which is probably like a much different kind of thing than yours because it's like more it is like the more physical.
Mm-hmm.
But like seeing the way he like is with his family, right? Like this constant need to not let them down. And then also like at the end when he realizes that he might lose his dad and stuff. But that's where I feel like I related the most, is that like I also have that where it's like that's genuinely my biggest fear. And I know that like the idea is that we shouldn't fear death because it's going to come. But it just scares the heck out of me. Like I can't even imagine that. So like I don't know, like I understood that emotion where it's like you kind of have this realization, even like he was like, when is this gonna happen? And then they told him like in 2 days, right? So you have this realization that it's like he either has to go to his rescue. Well, no, for him there is no other option. It's like he needs to
accept it.
He needs to rescue him.
Oh, yeah.
But for other people it's like, no, you just have to accept it. Like it is what it is. But then we see with Gwen's dad that he resigned as captain. So he's not going to die. That's like the assumption, right? But then my point is that that feeling, right? Like instead of accepting, he refuses it. He wants to stop something that is supposed to be the inevitable. It's a canon event. It's like it's just series of interconnected events that lead to this, and that is part of another event. Like it's just like everything's interconnected. But to my point is that that's where I related. It's like every part of your body, being, soul, everything wants to just reject this idea that one day that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy. And I thought that, oh, it's gonna be so weird.
No, but it's not weird. I already said everything weird.
I swear to God, like, people are gonna be like, oh, like, that's like not, like it's just a coincidence or whatever, but
There are no coincidences.
I never seen a movie that, like, it sounds so dumb, but that showed like a Jamaican beef patty, and
Just have something on your teeth. Sorry, I just want to.
is it gone?
Yeah. Go, sorry.
It's gone?
Mhm.
Okay. I never saw something that showed like I never seen a movie or show or anything. Like, I haven't seen a Jamaican beef patty, right? Which we saw in that scene in that like mart that they were in where the spot is trying to steal from the ATM.
Mhm.
I never saw that in anything before. And then I saw it in this movie. And after my brother's accident,
And your accident.
right, but
Mhm. Yep.
when my brother was in physical therapy, me and my mom went to the cafeteria and they had Jamaican beef patties. And it was the first time I ever even tried one, and my mom said that she would always eat one after school. But it's just so, like, it's so crazy. Like, I have this, like, I know that I have this, like, deep, like inexplicable connection with my family, like, no matter what phases that we've been in. Oh, man. Sorry.
No, don't apologize ever.
Anyways, sorry.
Don't apologize. You're good.
Oops. Yeah, and then obviously, like, the speeches with the family, it's like the most touching parts, especially, but then I was just like holding it all in. Because especially with you crying, I feel like it's like when one person is
synergy,
crying, there
yeah.
needs to be like a balance where the other person just kind of, stays strong. It's like one person is the crier and then the other person is the rock.
Yeah, you just have a little bit more.
What
a
is
little
it?
bit more. It's your lipstick that gets stuck on your teeth when you talk, yeah. But it's not that
okay.
that bad. It's just like a little bit. I'm just looking out for you.
No, it's okay.
It's fine.
It probably
Okay.
won't get even
Yeah.
on camera.
Sorry,
It's
I
'cause
didn't
of
know if
how
you
I'm
wanted.
talking and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, I didn't write down specifically like what the mom and dad said, but I know that there was a part where the dad said that this is like we do everything. Like, I really do believe that a lot of the movie is about like parenting, and it's about, kind of letting the bird fly out of the nest. It's like that analogy is always used when you're raising a child. It's like at some point they're going to fly out of the nest, and then you just have to let them, like, that's it. And then there's even a term that, like, while a woman is pregnant, she begins nesting, which is like preparing
crib,
everything for
the
this
room,
baby. So
yeah.
she's nesting. It's literally a mama bird,
Yeah.
right? And so the interesting thing is, what was I gonna say?
And then when she has the kids also, she becomes the mama bear because she's very protective. So
Right.
you have those cases where a middle-aged woman lifts a car to save her baby.
So then, my point is that this movie is like definitely has like a lot of elements of that. It's like about the raising and the, you know, kind of letting go, just like you said, with the mom kind of sacrificing the kid up to the world. And then it's like, oh, I just hope he comes back. Like, I just hope he stays safe. Like, you know.
And we always come back home, which is what they talk about. I promise. I'm
Right.
going to come back home, because even if we leave this vessel, we still return in the other
Exactly.
place.
But then what's interesting is like the part about the playbook that was mentioned, which was Mary Jane talking to Peter, and she was just saying like, oh, there's no playbook for this kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
talking about the baby, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's no playbook for this, and there's no, I forgot what thing she used, like talking about him. But then my point is that like I don't think I don't think we fully realize that until we ourselves have kids.
Mm.
And so when I was hearing that, I was like, I replayed these words that my mom would say, where she would tell me like, there's no book on how to raise kids. You just do it in your way. And so like there were so many years that I like maybe felt like I don't want to use the word resentful, but it was just like this hurt and like a bunch of other things for the way that I was raised at points, like, you know, just things that I would question, like why does this have to be the way that you raise me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether that be like disciplinary or whatever. But then my point is that now that I like look back, I'm like, there really is no playbook. There is no play by play. There's no perfect way. And nowadays you see like these moms like posting on TikTok, and they try to make everything so perfect, but then you still see that you can't maintain this like perfection. You can't like raising your kids that way where it's like everything has to be like literally laid out so that you're doing it the perfect way, the best way possible, because then that's how they're going to turn out perfect. And
Charlie's going to go to Princeton. He's
right.
going to study physics.
Or even just like, oh, like a lot of it now is just there is a lot of cases of it now where it's like, oh, like I don't want them to have any mental health problems
Or
and
be
so,
mentally gone. Like
right.
us.
And
Yep.
so my point is like, but a lot of parents are like taking that very seriously because it's like breaking the generational trauma, like you said. But my point is that there is no perfect way. And so if you've ever felt like, you know, that's why there's a parent, like the dad says like, no, he's grounded. Like, why did you unground him? And then the mom's like, oh, I just did, you know, like I feel like
There's no one size fits all.
right. And so my point is that it's like as much as I'm kind of speaking for myself, like
Yeah.
as much as we want to just be like independent and whatever, it's just good to know that you have this like safety net
Yes.
always. And
Yeah.
so
That always feels
no
familiar.
matter what, it's like even what you were saying, like before your mom's accident, if you felt like you guys weren't, you know, on these like good, perfect terms, it doesn't mean that there's no net. You know what I'm saying? That's always going to exist. Like you're always going to have that bond. You're always going to have that connection. You're always going to have that person to fall back on, you know?
Yeah.
Whether you feel it, believe it or don't, but it's the truth. And then I know I can't say that for everyone because some people have like very, you know,
Bad
specific
families.
situations and I get that, but that's why I'm saying it's like more so what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh, you have to play.
No.
Oh.
You should just like occasionally just like windshield wipe it because it's just the lipstick that's just getting attached. But yeah, it's good now.
We all want to live a life we wish we had. I thought that was super interesting. And then the more that you chase it, kind of the more lost you become, or the more you. And so I think that that's really interesting because from the day that we're born, we're kind of put into the system of how our lives need to pan out. It's like, oh, by 20, whatever, you should already have a house, and then you should have kids, and then you should have whatever. And so we grow up having all these like expectations for ourselves and all these expectations of how our lives need to go. And then the more that we chase that, the more unfulfilled we end up feeling, you know? Because then by the time we reach that age, we're like, wait, I don't have the house
I was
now. I
supposed to
don't have,
be happy, right?
right,
Or you do have the house and you have everything that you
right.
set out,
Yeah,
and then you're like,
exactly.
aren't I supposed to be happy?
Exactly. But then it's like, it was all in vain because it wasn't what,
Yeah, see?
even
Yeah.
if it's what you wanted, right?
You-
Like what you wanted, it wasn't what you needed.
And it wasn't an original idea that's yours.
Right.
It's just you gathering a la carte from the world around you. So it's a friend that has a lifestyle or that has similar goals. You get all these ideas and you form your little ego, and then you just exercise that ego throughout your life.
And I think that just cleaning.
Mhm.
And I think that that the life that we're meant to live just has to come with all the suffering. So even if we want the opposite, it's like we don't want a life of suffering, but it's in suffering that we can learn and grow, which was said in this too. And then it's interesting because Spa at first, like, he sees his life as a curse. It's like, oh, I lost everybody, I did this and this and this. But then when he starts unlocking this inner power and potential, right, which is like being able to, you know, basically
Open
embodying
portals.
every like multiverse dimension thing within himself, he starts seeing it as a blessing.
Yeah.
And so it's like a blessing in disguise. And so that's the way that we have to see grief and strife and pain and suffering and all these like hardships of life, is that it's that in the moment, but then it's really a blessing in disguise that will soon like kind of unveil itself.
The point of maximum the point of maximum suffering is a prerequisite for a point of maximum transformation.
Right.
So that's what they believe happened with the symbolism of the cross, you know, of being nailed to the cross. It's X marks the spot, you know, X, if you turn it, it's kind of like a cross.
Yeah.
And then it's at that point where those things converge that you have the maximum transformation, which is the ascension from this realm, from the mortal one. Like you can
to be born again.
Yeah, like you can cut me open, you can do whatever you want to this body, but it won't matter because I'm gonna live forever, you know?
Yeah. And then he says like there's I forgot who said it. I think it was him, Spot, that said it, that says we all have holes. And I thought that was interesting. And then the idea that people try to like fill in voids, like fill in the holes of their being with like other things, like whatever that is, if it's comforting things or distractions or filling the void. Like, for example, this happens with girls a lot, where it's like you get out of well, maybe not just girls, but guys too. You get out of a relationship and then you have the void of that relationship, right? Like that heartbreak, and you have that void, and then you fill it with another relationship, right? Like you fill it with another love. And you can apply that to other things too, but it's just like one example.
Which is filling empty space with emptiness.
Exactly. And so you never feel fulfilled. And so there's no use in trying to fill in these holes. You just have to learn to just embrace them. And so if Spot just had embraced his holes, embraced what he became, he would have seen that when the Spider-Man were like the spider people behind him, like the Indian one and the Obi and Gwen, and then Miles was telling him like, oh no, you are a whatever villain, like trying to give him meaning.
Reassurance.
And then he was like, no, I'm gonna show you that I can be now. But my point is that if he had accepted those holes, he would have maybe even welcomed friendships, right? Versus letting these holes consume him, which is what happened, that he let these holes consume him. He became this dark, whatever, everything. He got overconsumed. Letting these holes consume him, and then literally having nothing, like almost the potential for nothing in terms of like, I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does make sense.
Like only having himself. So it's like he has himself and he has all the ability and power to do all these things, sure, but
he could use it for good.
He still only has himself.
Yes.
And so I think that, I don't know. But then the last thing I guess I have that I wanted to point out was when Miles Morales kind of says, in the world of all the Spider-Man, all the spider people. I guess just keep saying Spider-Man because whatever.
Yeah.
In the Spider-Verse, right? And he's on that like train going up to the moon and whatever, or with all the spider people kind of like chasing him. He looks down at Miguel and then says like, "No, I am Miles Morales." And then that's right before he takes the leap. And then I thought that was interesting. It's like he's not Spider-Man.
Mm-mm.
He's Miles Morales. Like
Yes.
he's himself. Like he finally became aware
Yes.
of just like who he really was. It's like he didn't need to be Spider-Man in that moment that's worried about the fate of the world or whatever. He just needed to be Miles Morales that was worried about whatever fate he wants to be worried about, which is saving his father. And then but my point is that was like the moment. It's like in finally realizing who he is, embracing it and like saying it out loud. Like, I am Miles Morales, is like he found this like unlocked strength in himself, kind of.
That the others don't have.
Right. And so then he makes that jump and then But anyways, to my point, I just thought that it was like a really great movie. And then the whole thing with like the lights, that was like the first thing I wrote as soon as I saw that she was blue and the rest of her band was like pink and purple and red and whatever, and then she was blue. It was like the first scene. I had already written it like blue light like blue light on her, Gwen. Like that's how I wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, it's definitely, they definitely use colors a lot, and the blue is meant to show like the sadness, the heaviness, the burdens, the whatever, and then the reds and the pinks are meant to show passion and love and compassion and whatever. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. It was nice like hearing, you know, Peter tell Miles that he kind of wants his daughter. His reason for having a child was so that it could end up being like Miles.
Peter said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really nice. And this idea that's like, I don't know, like, I don't really know what I was going to say. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Like, I'm sorry,
just a
guys.
free
It's
form.
like, it's always at night that my brain just starts like turning down. And it's
Mhm.
always at the same time because I know that it's like 9:30 right now. And that probably sounds early. Like, what the hell? Like 9:30? Like, I go to sleep
But
at
she's
1
an-
a.m. and 2 a.m. And
Yeah, but she's an old lady.
I swear to God, every night, it's like, this is when I already start feeling tired. It's like
like a 10
as soon as it starts getting close to 9 even, I get tired. And then it's like, I could keep myself up, but then I'll just be like exhausted in an hour or two, enough that I just knock out.
Mhm.
And so that's why I can't get my words together right. But yeah, my point is that I guess that's all to say that I really enjoyed the movie, and that I kind of, you know, I kind of relate to like a lot of it, like the family aspect of it, because a lot of it is that too. But then yeah, like it's just crazy, like hearing his mom say the thing about like, okay, you can go and whatever, but then you come back and you whatever.
Mhm.
Like giving him that speech before letting him go and spread his wings and stuff, which was the whole thing, right? It's like, oh, let him spread his wings, man, like saying it to his own dad. But I just thought that was really interesting because like you know, a few years ago, obviously I left home and then I came and started living with Callie, and it's just been a ride.
It's been a crazy roller coaster. Lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
But that's life.
Yeah.
You know? So
But that's my point, is like my parents obviously, well, not obviously, because this isn't the case for everyone, but at first they were kind of just heartbroken about it.
Mhm.
And then it's strange because you would think like after like such a heartbreak that it was for them, because it was. You would think that, oh, like maybe it would take them a long time to come
around.
and literally within like a few weeks, like that's how my parents are, and they just
And that's how you are.
right.
But you're even quicker.
Yeah, like I have like a
Like a reset switch.
a reset switch every like 5 minutes. Like I'll get over it and I'll.
Which is funny because I've been working on developing the switch that you've always had naturally, which is just letting go. It's like I have to develop that because because I have a very intense personality and I've always been very intense in everything I would do, hyper competitive, early adulthood for me. Well, I'm 26 now. Well, I'm going to turn 26 on Halloween, but early 18, 19, 20s, I was just very like focused on just being ambitious, being an entrepreneur. I was going to open a commercial gym prior to what happened in 2020. And then that just popped my dream bubble, I guess you can say. But yeah, it's just a matter of learning, and life is not the same for anybody. What you have now is completely unique. And then the idea of coming back home is that it means for you to return, because I feel that this is just a playground for you to come to these realizations. And then once you acquire these understandings and you do what you're supposed to do, then you can fly freely, become light, and just be with God. You can do whatever, like you're not needed here anymore because you've already done your part.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy.
So this was one of the most intense. Like you guys see all the emotions, like you could probably feel it maybe, hopefully. But there's just a lot of emotions in this little square footage right here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because of this movie, served as a catalyst for sure. And I'm going through puberty, guys. I'm going to turn 16 in October on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I have really. How about you?
Me too. I just really I've been loving these movies, and I just can't wait for the third one.
Yeah, and you guys have no idea, but I'm going to rewatch this, and I'm going to pause it an infinite amount of times throughout, and I'm going to take notes, like college grade paper notebook notes. I'm going to just fill it up.
Breaking it down.
Yeah, just like picking up on things that I've come across, and I just have to revisit and just process everything and let it all kind of develop over time. But yeah, that's all for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, like if you want to like this video, feel free to do it. If you want to share below, if you feel so inclined to do so, share below. If you've gone through a spiritual experience, if you've gone through an astral projection, out-of-body experience, lucid dreaming, you've contacted things, you've entered different realms, you've understood, you've emancipated yourself in that way, or if you've exited this thing, share below. Like, don't be scared. Look, I'm your guy because I need a guy for myself, so I'm just being the person that I wish I found. So I'm your guy. It's like, comment below, and I go through all the comments. And yeah, and we'll start a conversation down there, and maybe even a friendship, because again, it feels lonely, like being in this space, but I know it's part of the process. It's what comes with it, and that's okay, So with that being said, do all that YouTube stuff. I'm going to just switch into my influencer YouTuber cringe mode. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Yeah.
Share the video. Turn on your notification bell. And don't forget.
Smash it with your webs.
Yeah. And don't forget that it's never wrong
to be mentally gone.
Peace to the world.